just shared with me a very difficult story to hear off camera. You know, as someone who has a wife and has 3 daughters, you know, that's very hard to digest. I want to ask you about technology and social media. How has technology and social media helped what you guys are trying to do in terms of combating sex trafficking, and how has it made it more difficult?
So the benefit of technology and social media has been is that the word is getting spread more and more. You can't hardly turn the TV on anymore or look on social media where there's not some article daily, weekly that talks about the challenges of sex trafficking worldwide. I mean, it's closing on and becoming one of the most profitable businesses next to the cartel operations, and the cartels are very involved in it now too, and it's becoming just the social media has really put it on the forefront. The challenge is that I still don't think there's enough emphasis by federal, state, city, county governments, because it's resource-based, on addressing the human sex trafficking problem, not only within the United States, but overseas. Talking about the border, for example, I just returned from the border a couple months ago, looking at the sex trafficking issues down there and how we could employ technology to help mitigate some of the problems. I won't get into how we're going to do that, but technology, as you can imagine, will help, not only tracking the traffickers, but bringing to light how they're moving, and where the young women are ending up at. Because we have women now, hundreds of countries from all over the world are crossing the border. Everybody thinks it's just South America and Central America, but there's women that are coming from Ukraine that are refugees that are crossing the border, that are ending up in the sex trafficking trade, not by their own choice, but because they have no other opportunities, or they're forced into it because of the cost it was to move them. There's women from, always has been women from South and Central America coming across the border, and technology has to be employed heavily and focused on that to help mitigate the problem on our southern border. And not only our southern border, but our northern border. There's women that are trafficked that come into the United States on visas that are only here for probably a couple weeks at a time, that are trafficked, that are high dollar sex trafficking victims. Some, are obviously forced into that for a variety of reasons and through coercion in their own country to do that, and it's just a huge challenge.
What are some of the things that have made social media even more detrimental in terms of sex trafficking?
Well, I think that social media has allowed not only pedophiles, but people that are looking for these young women to go to the backside chat rooms and find these women. For example, a lot of truck stops, truck stops all over the United States is a place that a lot of sex traffickers use to, the handlers of these women, to release the women at that point based upon contacts that were made on backside group chats. I mean, you have people that are coming into the truck stops on a regular basis, or traveling alone, been on the road a long time, and it's an easy opportunity for the sex traffickers to push these women out of the cars and become continued victims of the sex trafficking trade.